treachery lies in the heart of every Daedric prince, for they are the original spirits who abandoned Lorkhan in his endeavour to create the mortal realm of Mundus. But even for these fascinating beings, who for the most part cannot be trusted in any matter, there is one among them they scorn and ostracize, and his name is Malakath. This Daedric prince is the patron Daedra of the Orsimer. He represents the spurned, and he is the keeper of the sworn oath and the bloody curse. So when we encounter him in Skyrim during the quest The Cursed Tribe, it is rather fitting that the orcs of the Largashbur stronghold are in a constant battle for survival, pushed near to extinction following the lead of a chief who is weak and sickly. Hey guys, it's Drew here and welcome back to FudgeMuppet. In this video I'm going to tell you all about the Daedric Prince Malakath and the story of the Cursed Tribe of Largashbur. But before we get into this quest, let me give you some more context about Malakath and his relationship with the other Daedric princes. As I said, the princes are a perfidious bunch, but even they have an implied respect for one another, and will meet to discuss mysterious matters. Malakath is excluded from these meetings, and he is no true Daedric lord, only a bastard creation that provokes a feeling of repugnance in the other lords. You see, Malakath was not one of the original spirits who turned their backs on Lorkhan, opting to create their own realms of Oblivion instead of pledging themselves to Mundus. No, Malakath was once named Trinimac, and he was a powerful Aldmeri hero, Auriel's champion. In the High Elven pantheon, he is a subject of reverence, and many Altmer and Orsimer today deny any connection between their hero and the monstrosity that is Malakath. But worship of Malakath and Trinimac aside, the events of the Malefic era are clear, and their connection is undeniable. Trinimac was confronted by the Daedric Prince of Sedition and Deceit, Boethia, and the two battled. Trinimac was bested and Boethia consumed him, devouring him whole before defecating his remains. Yes, that's right, Malakath was forged from the Aedric excrement of a Daedric prince, and along with him his followers transformed into the Orsimer we know today. Suddenly it all makes sense. You can see now why Malakath and his followers have been so cruelly ostracized by the rest of the Daedra and the mortals of Tamriel respectively. I'm certain that if they'd had modern plumbing on Tamriel, Malakath would have been flushed away and forgotten completely. How can you demand the respect of the other Daedric princes when the lord sitting across the table from you literally pooped you out? I'd become the spurned prince too if it meant avoiding that incredibly awkward exchange. Don't be disheartened though, he may have been born from rather shameful origins, but there is no doubt that Malakath bears a great deal of the grandiosity Trinimac once held. Despite his love for battle and the enjoyment he gets from watching mortals kill each other, he has a sense of honour, and he plays an almost paternal role in the lives of his orc followers. Malakath's code is essential to maintaining order and justice in strongholds, and these rules include: do not steal, do not kill, do not attack without reason, fight with honour, protect your tribe. And those who violate the code must pay the blood price, allowing the victim to shed as much of the culprit's blood as they see fit to even the score. Unfortunately for the orcs of Largashbur, protecting their tribe is becoming increasingly difficult. Chief Yamaz is gravely ill, and in his weakened state the giants have capitalised, besieging the stronghold in hopes of claiming the land and spoils for themselves. As we, the Dragonborn, approach the stronghold in the Rift, the tribe is engaged in combat with a giant, and it falls upon us to carry out Malakath's will, protecting the spurned from their seemingly inevitable demise. When the giant is defeated, the orcs will try to send us away. Only one pleads for our help, saying that they cannot go on this way. Atub, the tribe's mage, will greet us from above the palisades.
Forgive Ugor's harsh words. She's merely doing as she's been told.
What's going on here?
Please, our tribe suffers, and we need help. Our chief Yamaz was once a strong and proud warrior. Now he is stricken, cursed. He is weak, and so our tribe is weak. The giants sense this and intrude on our territory. Now they assault our very home. Yamaz refuses help, but I sense that you may be just what we need.
What can I do?
Yamaz has demanded we stay inside the walls. We cannot leave. I must petition Malakath for relief. This curse must be lifted. But I cannot travel to Malakath's shrine. The ritual must be done here, and I do not have the materials I need. I beg of you, Can you bring me troll fat and a Daedra heart? I have no wish to depend on a stranger, but I have no choice.
After acquiring the ingredients and returning to Atub, she will ask us to partake in the ritual. A set of orcish armour is laid out with shoots of lavender on a large flat stone, and a stag's skull sits atop a wooden pillar. This is where Atub performs her ritual to Malakath. Malakath is furious that Yamaz has disgraced his shrine by allowing giants to overrun the place. It now falls upon Yamaz to liberate the shrine and return Malakath's club to Largashbur. For a war chief, Yamaz is quite the coward, and he will insist that we, the outsider, help him reach the shrine in Fallowstone Cave. Yamaz wants to conserve his strength while we take care of the giants, risking a trip to orbit with a swing of their clubs. Far to the east, Fallowstone Cave is isolated within the foothills of the Velothi Mountains. Shrines like Azura's are visible from almost every location in Skyrim, but as you would expect, the ostracised prince's shrine has been deliberately erected as far out of the way as possible, so be prepared to take on a plethora of giants, bears and trolls once inside. The narrow passageway opens up into a huge antechamber, with plant life thriving despite the odds and multiple waterfalls spilling through the seams of rock and dirt above. Directly in front of us we can see a female orc dead in a pool of blood. It appears that not only Yamaz is being affected by this predicament, and the giants are just as much a mortal danger as Malakath. If you keep moving at a reasonable pace, it's possible to bypass the first two giants altogether. The first guaranteed encounter comes with two bears, and with the Dragonborn and an orc warchief, this should be no issue at all. After passing them and another dead orc, we emerge in Giant's Grove, where a massive campfire burns like a beacon, being tended to by a lone giant. Before confronting it, Yamaz will give us an ultimatum. He says,
"Alright, I'll go kill this giant. Unless, of course, you'd like to make some extra gold."
"What do you mean?"
"I'm tired. I haven't slept well in weeks. You kill the giant. Bring me the hammer. We go back to Largashbur. I tell everyone I did it. You keep your mouth shut, and I pay you handsomely."
Both options will not end well for old Yamaz. If we refuse him, he will charge valiantly into battle, claiming that this should only take a second. His prophetic last words come ironically true, as the fight ends abruptly with Yamaz's death. We will then have to deal with the giant ourselves. If we take Yamaz's bribe, we will have to deal with the giant first, only for him to betray us to prevent the possibility of his tribe learning of his cowardice. Either way, when the conflict is concluded, Malakath will speak up.
Yamaz was a fool, always trying to scheme his way out of responsibility. But you took care of him and the giants. Two problems solved at once. Now, take Shagrel's hammer back to Largashbur, and we'll see about whipping the rest of them into shape.
Upon returning to the stronghold, Atub will inquire about their chief.
But what of Yamaz? I see. He did not survive. He died well?
He asked me to kill the giant, then attacked me.
What? Why would he do such a thing?
Yamaz was a coward and a weakling. His deceitful ways have cost you all greatly.
So he has been punished. And what of us? What fate shall we suffer?
You'll have to prove yourselves, but I'm willing to give you a chance. Gullerzov's in charge now. Let's hope he's a better chief. You place that hammer on the shrine. You're the only one who's proven worthy in all of this.
We may then place the hammer in the antlers of the stag's skull, and Malakath will transform it into Volendrung as a gift for proving our worthiness. And just like that, the quest is over. Volendrung was the hammer owned by the Rorken clan of the Dwemer. Legend holds that their chieftain tossed the hammer across Tamriel from Morrowind, and where it landed he would lead his clan to establish a new colony for his Dwemer people. The hammer landed in Hammerfell, hence the name of the province, and true to his word, the leader of the Rorken clan raised the city of Volenfell. This city was abandoned when the Dwemer disappeared from Tamriel, and how the hammer got into the possession of Malakath remains a mystery. The events of this quest do a great job of illustrating Malakaf's personality. Yes, he is brutal and unforgiving, but if you live by his code, displaying honour and embracing your responsibilities, he proves to be benevolent and protective. He clearly shows tough love to his followers, imploring them to be disciplined and rewarding success as reliably and consistently as he punishes failure. And there you have it guys, the full story of Malakaf and the Cursed Tribe. If you enjoyed the video, show us your support with a like, and if you don't want to miss any Elder Scrolls or Fallout content, be sure to ring my bell. Thanks so much for watching guys, I've been Drew and I will see you in the next one.